Hey everybody, it's Mandy. Real quick, today's pick a card is what does your soul need to hear? Like on a deep cellular level, what is your soul calling for? What does it need to hear right now? I was going to do a future spouse video because I have almost 7,000 views on that video. I should probably play to my strengths, but alas, here we are. Spirit was like, no. And I tend to feel more connected to my readings when I actually listen to my intuition. So we're going to do what your soul needs to hear right now. I hope it's helpful. I hope it resonates. I hope it is exactly what you need to hear when you hear it. You guys, the subscriptions have been awesome. Super, super, super grateful. So if you want to join this crazy family over here, by all means, subscribe. I'm also over on Instagram where I do weekly readings and I post a bunch of other weird shit. So I'd love for you to stick around and do all the things. And if not, okay. I just hope you enjoy the video. So I think that's it. Love and light. Hope everybody's well and happy. And goodbye. Hey, pile number one, if you chose Angelite, this is your reading for today. So Angelite, you guys, is a stone that helps us communicate with the angels. It is a stone for our throat chakra. It is all about expressing our truth and speaking clearly and communicating from a place of compassion. And ultimately a stone for connecting with our angels. So we will see how that plays out. Your angel card is... You are protected, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Michael, for surrounding me with your protective light. That's interesting. I mean, it's an angel card, but I find this really interesting because like the energy that I'm getting here is to know that you are completely protected. For some of you, I feel like this might be against negative energy in your environment. You know, vapid people at the water cooler or toxic family members or friends or certain situations in your life where you need divine protection. Excuse me. For some of you, I also feel like we are super concerned about money or finances or need clarity of a situation, or we're just completely in fear right now in regard to certain situations in our life. And Spirit wants you to know that you are divinely protected. That, you know, Archangel Michael, he's like the most badass of the angels. So if you have his protection, then there's probably some great purpose for my Angelite pile here, for my pile number ones. I feel like there's a lot going on behind the scenes that is keeping you protected from negative energy because you have such strong purpose. So let's keep going here. Spirit, for my pile number ones, what does their soul need to hear? What does their soul need to hear right now? For my pile ones, what does their soul need to hear right now? Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Okay, so anytime that we are kind of floating off in space and disconnected, grounding is the most important thing for us, because when we are operating from a lower vibrational energy in a fear mentality and a fear mindset, it's really easy for lower vibrations to get in. Like when we're sick or when we're just not feeling good or really sad, like that's the easiest way for psychic attack to happen. Or, and I don't mean like, you know, you're being cursed or anything like that, but just, you know, we're always manifesting in life. It just depends on which direction we're manifesting. Are we manifesting from a place of love or from a place of fear? If we are surrounded by a lot of toxic people, okay, their energy can affect us way more strongly than if we are super grounded and we are very strong and resilient and resolute in our power, setting boundaries, creating a boundary kind of space, you know, a space of light and love around ourselves. The Seven Star Sisters, Birth and Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. I'll read that one. I'm not familiar with all of these cards, but I feel like this is a calling of birthing a new sense of yourself. You know, I feel like this is probably a very creative pile, very intuitive pile. I feel like we're birthing ourselves into a new existence. There's a lot of intuition, a lot of psychic ability here, which is probably why we need that divine protection. Because once we start elevating, people kind of get jealous. That energy changes around us. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. So it's really interesting, you guys. Like, I'm not entirely sure all that's going on for you right now, but there is a need for protection. Like, and I'm not getting like, you know, negative energy. You've got, you know, people doing spell work on you or anything like that. But I feel like whatever you're going through is like a huge transition. And it really is a time to honor yourself, to protect yourself, to set clear boundaries, to speak your truth, to just kind of be resolute in your own power right now. So let's read this one if I can find the book here. The 7 Star Sisters. There are new creations that want to be born, beauty that's yearning to be woven, new consciousness that's longing to be breathed into life. If you draw this card, you're being called to surrender to these creations, to usher in a new era of consciousness and do your bit in weaving the web of life. I'm definitely feeling like transitional, like new beginning, which is why I feel like all of that divine protection needs to happen, because we're releasing an old way of life and old people, and you know, people have opinions about that, and there's old energy attached, and so we're moving forward, creating a new existence. Beautiful. This is the card of the artist and the midwife. You're being called to ponder questions. What wants to be birthed through you? What new creations are whispering in your ear? What beauty are you being called to make? Ah, I love it. Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when I was literally just talking with somebody out on a hike about this, how creativity and intuition go hand in hand, like with psychic people, just because we're creating, like it's both like honoring a connection, either a creative connection or a psychic connection, or, you know, an intuitive connection. That's crazy. Sorry, side note. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, and yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, as creatives, as poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is part of your true nature. Perhaps you're being called to surrender to a creative project, such as a new business or a book. Or perhaps you're being called to weave beauty into your home or in the way you cook. Regardless of the end result, you're being called to express yourself through your creativity, to surrender to the creative projects that both scare and excite you, to find a way to weave beauty back into everyday life. For where there's creativity, spirit and soul are present. And the world needs those qualities now more than ever before. So the question here is, what new creations are being called to birth? Cool. Oh, I love that pile one. I love it. And I'm just getting like such a strong sense of power, like such a sense of stepping into like we're demanding a different life for ourselves, and we're honoring all the gifts that we've been given, which is so beautiful. Golden children are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so, if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. If you pull this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love, to nurture and nourish it, to give it every chance to grow and reach adulthood, to encourage it, to water it, to see the world through the innocence of a child, to see yourself and all others as innocent children, to remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. And the question here is, how can you treat yourself or others more tenderly? So for some of you, you might be parents, and that's kind of a call to like reconnect with that part of yourself. But I feel like this is about your inner child. I feel like this is about, that idea of nurturing, treating yourself with the maternal qualities you would want someone to treat you with, especially if you haven't had the greatest mother, or, even if you have, it's like, it's time to really nurture yourself through this process, through this change, to honor, like, with such deep respect, all that you want to create, to treat it like the most delicious morsel of your life, with tenderness and compassion. There's something here about not wanting to harden our hearts right now, to just be open. How children are so open, and that's why they can be so wounded. God bless their little souls. But we really want to make sure that we are just I'm just like hugging a little one, but hugging ourselves in the process. Okay. So, interesting so far. Spirit, what do you want next? What do you want next? What cards do I have here? What do we want to do? Sorry, I'm just feeling through this one today, you guys. I was going to do a future spouse card, but, or pick a card, but Spirit was like, nope, not doing that today. What else for pile one? Ooh, I've got a mix of cards in here. How funny. Oh, whoops. Okay, that's right. Well, there's a whole mix. So who knows what's going to come out. For my pile of one, Spirit, what else do you have here? Got responsibility, detachment, peaceful warrior. Interesting. Responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Okay, so taking responsibility right now, I'm getting a sense of like that childlike quality. Children can lash out. They can be real tantrumy. So maybe in this lack of potential clarity, or in this transition where you just kind of feel like, maybe it's not the easiest of transitions. Maybe it's kind of like a big WTF, like what is going on? And Spirit's like, just honor and nurture, and you're like, what? Taking responsibility for our actions, for our words, for how we communicate. Taking responsibility also for the life that we want to create. Okay, like rather than point the finger at other people or situations, it's like I'm taking responsibility for all of the actions, for all the things I've been through. And to make sure that we are operating out of a place of love and compassion rather than hurt and wounding. A lot of us really need to love that inner child, because maybe we didn't get that love in our childhood. Detachment. You're releasing old patterns and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. Yeah, with this new beginning, and I'm getting this for a lot of people in the collective, like as things kind of fall away from us, as we begin to like grow and change and evolve and birth new things, we're kind of like letting go of like old narratives, old versions of ourselves, old relationships, people that no longer serve us, careers that no longer serve us, and we are really just learning to detach and release all of that in the name of love, which is beautiful. And then peaceful warrior. So for some of you, you really might be going through a situation right now where like there's some anger here, like anger, resentment. Maybe things haven't worked out for you in the past. Maybe you feel like Spirit doesn't have your back, and they're like, no, you're divinely protected. I swear to God, we're here. But Archangel Ariel, thank you, Ariel, for helping me stand my ground with peace. Okay, so honoring yourself no matter what anybody else is saying, and making sure that we're speaking from a place of compassion and leadership and power, our personal power. On the bottom of the deck, we have purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. That is the purpose here. The determination and dedication to demonstrate love. How is Spirit asking you, like as you create and as you begin to birth, how are you demonstrating love through all of your creative endeavors? There's where your purpose is. Okay, my loves. Okay, pile one, Spirit. What is next? Pile 1. Interesting. We'll kind of see what comes out here. These are like zodiac cards. And my pile 1s. We have Uranus, Leo, and Libra. Really interesting. Libra is a card of, communication, fairness, balance. On the bottom of the deck, we've got water. Balance, like that groundedness. I feel like, with all this communication, I'm not surprised that this came out. The speaking our truth. Libras are excellent communicators. They really like to be fair and balanced. But we're also, as we need this grounding, we're learning to find balance. Highly intuitive. And then with this Leo card, I feel like, whenever this card comes out, Leos are not afraid to shine. They are very fiery energy. And I feel like as you begin to create and express and grow, I feel like Spirit's like, you're strong. Like there's so much strength in you. Okay, so that personal power, we're stepping into our personal power like a lion. And we are creating, we are birthing like this fiery energy, like out of the ashes, these new things. And I feel like this is about being our authentic self, about, for some of us, maybe being our authentic self for the first time in a really long time or ever. Okay, we are releasing all that doesn't serve us. It's being eaten alive by the lion within us. We're not doing it anymore. Okay, and Uranus, let me read about Uranus. If I could find... Uranus is associated with the primal Greek sky god of the same name. Uranus brings up some powerful human needs, such as the desire for freedom and individuality. Yes, individuality, especially with that Leo card here. As well as, such as the desire for freedom and individuality, as well as push toward a larger vision and humanitarian service. Big thoughts, big insights, and big changes are represented by Uranus. And that's what I mean by that purpose, you guys. I feel like you're being divinely protected because you have such distinct, important purpose. And with Leo here, it's like, let your freak flag fly, be your unique, authentic self. We want to stay grounded through this process, but this is about big change, doing things differently. You've been through it all. You've with this 20 here, it's almost like the Judgment card in traditional tarot. It's an up-leveling. It's a spiritual up-leveling. It's a wake-up call. It's like we've been through all of the major arcana. We've been through the story, the hero's journey. We've experienced it all, and now we get to completely just live our purpose. It's almost like I'm almost getting a sense of like not needing to reincarnate again because you've done all the things. And I'm not saying that's your story, but it's kind of like you've been through all the things, you've seen all the things, you've grown all the things, and now Spirit's like, this is a new beginning to do it all over again, exactly as you want, with such deep and profound purpose that you're going to help change the world. And with this water card here, oh my gosh, I'm completely blanking. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay, very emotional, very highly intuitive energy on the bottom of the deck. Water, 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 emotional, emotional, emotional. We are doing things from emotional fulfillment. We are also learning how to balance our emotions with this Libra card here. Okay, we're doing the work. We're going deep. And if we're not, this is the guidance here, is to go deep and do the work to know your emotions, to be in control of your emotions, to master your emotions like a fucking lion, so that we are not being played about with life. Okay, we are resolute in our power. We are creating our life. Okay, life isn't batting us around. Okay, really big energy, pile 1. Really big energy. I don't say that lightly. Let's see, what else, Spirit? Songs. Interesting. Okay. What songs from my pile ones? Only Girl in the World, Rihanna. Want you to make me feel like I'm the only girl in the world. I think that you are realizing, whether or not you identify as male or female, doesn't matter. You are learning, like, again, that resolute power. You are learning that you're worth a very audacious, fiery, beautiful power and strength. You know, feeling like just knowing your worth, like, yeah, I deserve to be, you know, for someone to see me as like the only girl in the world. You know, like, you just like, I have not got time for people that want to play games. I don't have time for people that don't see my power, don't see my strength, don't see my amazing abilities. Like, you're just stepping into, it's almost like Alicia Keys' energy, this girl's on fire, or, you know, that energy that really pumps you up where, you know, Katy Perry's Firework, like, it's just, you're in your power. Okay, I love it. Pile 1, All of Me, John Legend. Okay, with all that water energy, I feel like there's vulnerability here. If some of us are like in relationships or getting into relationships, you're like learning to be vulnerable, learning to be our authentic selves, learning to really approach every part of your life from a different perspective. Our relationships, our career, like everything, we're just showing up differently. We're showing up all heart. We're showing up way more knowledgeable because we've already been through all the shit. We've already seen all the shit. We know how to do this properly now. Okay, so this all of me loves all of you. So it's just really about like vulnerability and like neither of these two people being perfect, but like that those imperfections kind of make this beautiful relationship, and being loved for exactly who you are. On Bended Knee, Boyz II Men. Darling, I can't explain. Driving me insane. No, I just need one more chance. So there might be someone in your life that wants to come back and wants to do things right and wants to, you know, on their bended knees, you know, girl, I'm begging you, please come back to me. And if that's the case, you're just like, man, they really got to show up like 180% because you are just on a fucking island of power is how I'm feeling with that. And then, oh, we got 2 more. You're in Love, Taylor Swift. And Freak Me. So you guys, I feel like there's somebody out there for you, and this may not resonate for everybody, but for some of you, I feel like there's somebody out there that might need our forgiveness, that might need us to show up just in our power so that they can show up in their power. Kind of feeling like it's safe to love again. Trusting our intuition, you know, like not just jumping into something, but trusting our intuition. Taking it slow, you know, until it's like, okay, this person is honorable. This person really is here to worship at my altar. I don't mean it like that at all. But, you know, you're just a badass. Like, you may approach the bench, you know, you may approach the throne. So interesting, pile 1. Okay, so let's do one more thing and then we'll call it. Spirit, what do you got? What do you got? Spellcaster Oracle. Okay. My pile 1s. What does their soul need to hear? What does their soul need to hear? That's the Empress card right there for me. Fertility. Okay, we're giving birth to ideas. Absolutely. You are so fertile. And like, look at her belly. It's like divine. It's all sparkly, okay? Your ideas matter. Your ideas are precious. Your ideas are divinely inspired. Okay, don't take those ideas like, oh, try that again. It didn't work last time. But Like, honor it, trust it. This is a new cycle, okay? Prosperity, blessings. All right, you guys, and I feel like you know, at the bottom there's peace, okay? There's like a purity of self here, okay? We're coming to terms with ourself. We are at peace with ourself, and we are birthing these beautiful blessings, this prosperity. Things are fully illuminated for us because we are honoring ourselves first and foremost. She's here naked and vulnerable, and I think I said vulnerability before. You know, like there's just something about not being afraid to be our authentic selves. And she's got like this, you know, it's almost like she's going to give this to somebody. But yeah, okay, so let's quick get some guidance. Spirit, can I get some guidance for my pile ones before we go? Guidance for my pile ones. Oh my gosh. If this doesn't just hit the nail on the head. Lizard spirit, dream your world into being. Okay, birth those ideas. Dream your world. What is it exactly that you want? And freaking go for it. Take baby steps. Keep learning. Always be the student. Intuition, intuition, intuition. Okay, stay focused on that idea. Stay focused on your power. Cat spirit, claim your independence. Okay, this is like a little lion. This little tabby cat. Okay, you are unique. You guys can fly. Okay, you're not like every other cat. Like this cat has wings and they're bedazzled, you know. Claim your independence. Create your own stability. You're creating your own foundation and just a sense of yourself and your own personal power. So claim your independence. Let your freak flag fly. Don't be afraid to shine. And then we've got brown bear spirit. And for some of you, this might be stepping into a sense of power where you're not dependent on anyone. And that could be financially. Okay, but I'm getting that as well. Claim your independence. Cutting cords, removing old threads to anyone, anything, old jobs, old emotions. Okay, and claiming a new sense of ourselves. Brown bear spirit, take time out. Yeah, that reflection, that grounding that is so needed. This is an end of a cycle and we're transitioning into a new beginning, into something new. So honor it and take care of yourself, nurture yourself, that inner child. And then finally, we've got owl spirit. You see clearly now. Okay, again with that intuition. Okay, you are divinely protected. You are divinely guided. You have divine purpose. So treat yourself gently. Treat others kindly. Right now, you might have a lot of fear about stuff in your life. Okay, you might have a lot of fear about stuff in your life. And Spirit's like, you know, we care. But they're like, see the bigger picture. Okay, there is so much going on behind the surface. You know, you're talking about like anthills, and we're, you know, talking about, you know, lions and tigers on the plains. Like, you've no idea what's ahead for you. You've no idea the purpose that we have for you. So honor it. Okay, last little thing we're going to do is get a How to Love Yourself card. Spirit, what's their mantra for my pile ones? Mantra for my pile ones. That's too many. I'll take this one. The moment I start to change, the moment I am willing to bring good into my life, the universe responds in kind. I choose a bright future now. Boom. All right, my pile ones, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it resonated. I hope it helped for you. If you like this video, please like it, please share and subscribe. It means everything. It really helps the channel out. And I will see you all in my next video, you motherfucking powerful badasses. Much love and light. Bye. Hi, my pile number twos. If you chose this golden healer stone, this is your reading for what your soul needs to hear right now. So you chose Golden Healer, and Golden Healer is a stone of ultimate healing. It is a stone that is great for healers, people that help heal, and it also helps us heal ourselves. This is a great stone for those of us battling addictions, releasing any toxic patterns, negativity, yeah, any vices that we have. It kind of helps heal mind, body, and spirit. It helps get us in alignment with all of that. So we'll see how that pertains to the reading. Your angel card is don't hate, meditate. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. So I'm kind of getting this energy of, excuse me, for those of us that are kind of like battling negativity in our lives, maybe potential real addiction, I feel like sometimes you can get combative about things. Like I know when things aren't working out for me, I can get really toddler tantrumy and be like, fuck my spirit guides, and like that's so nice for them, and like, ooh, and just kind of like get really dramatic and really not my best work or best self. And so I feel like Spirit's saying, like, don't hate, meditate. Okay, like we need to like release any toxicity. We need to release any of this negativity, any of these like woe is me mentality. Woe is me. Things never work out for me. This is my life. I'm resigned to it. That kind of like lower vibrational energy, okay? And Spirit's saying, like, this is your time to really go within and to meditate, to find your true center. Okay, to not worry about what other people have, to not worry about what's going on elsewhere. It's all about you. It's all about your internal work, your deep dive. Interesting. Okay, so that's kind of the initial energy. Let's get into Spirit. What does pile number 2 need to hear? What does their soul need to hear? What does their soul need to hear? This one came out in the last one. Wow. Okay. Oh, pile number 2, what you going through? Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Such a strong need for grounding right now. And then 2, loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Okay, so for some of you, this is a pile that really has some things going on. Pile number 2, Spirit. What does their soul need to hear? What does their soul need to hear? Baby steps and empathic starseed. At the bottom, you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. Okay. So right now you might feel alone on your island. You might feel like you are someone that has always felt alone their whole life. Just kind of a little off. Nobody ever understands me. Okay. Spirit's saying, like, no, you're not alone. Okay. So you guys, we're kind of going through some emotions. We're having some feelings. And that's good. Okay. We're getting stuff out. Okay. But there's a strong need here to go within, because you've got some stuff going on that's serious, and you need to take yourself seriously. Okay, we need to stop drawing our attention elsewhere, to others, to other situations, to what I have, what I don't have. That must be nice for them. Oh, they're not that great because of this. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay, that's honestly, from the alcoholics I know, that's addiction talking. Okay, people that I know and love as the most beautiful people in the world become really jealous, paranoid, bitter, mean when they're under the influence of whatever they're under the influence of. Okay, so I am not here to judge you. I am not here at all in any way to... I'm showing up for you here today, and so is Spirit, and this is what they're saying, okay? That we need to take ourselves seriously. We need to stop putting the focus on others and bring the focus back to ourselves to create this inner peace, okay? A lot of this is the fact that you're empathic, okay? You are not of this world. I'm not sure how y'all feel about that, but you are a starseed. You don't feel of this earth because you're not of this earth. You're of the light. You're of the cosmos. You're of, I don't know, alien. Like I don't know. Take it how it resonates. But you're not. You don't fit in for a reason. Okay, and it's a beautiful thing. And Spirit's like they're trying to call you back to that, to be like, no, you're so special. You're not of this world. Okay, you don't feel typical because you're not typical. You're empathic. You feel things so very deeply. And oftentimes empaths, when they don't know that they're empaths, have a really difficult time discerning where they end and where somebody else begins, and vice versa, like in the world. Okay? Empaths take on the thoughts and feelings of other people. And, like if you're at a rock concert and it's like if you get overwhelmed in large crowds, if you really are affected by the negative people in your life, or if you're like, oh, I can't hang out with that person, they just make me feel so like that's because you're feeling them. It actually has nothing to do with you. You're feeling them out in the world. Excuse me. I'm highly empathic. Like when I've had to, work in cubicle settings or whatever, next to people that were just super negative. Oh my God, I hated working where I worked. I'm very sensitive to like work environments. If there's not enough light, or if everyone's just like grumbling and and that's who you are. You feel things very deeply. And with any gift, comes responsibility for how we are, protect ourselves from that. With great gifts comes great responsibility, Spider-Man. And we have this gift to feel things very deeply, and it is not a curse. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blessing. Such like deep heart emotion. But we need to protect ourselves. How do we do that? Through meditation, through staying grounded. Okay, meditation is going to help us understand our coping mechanisms, and there's a lot of empaths that get into addiction that, ways of coping, escaping, numbing. It could be drinking, it could be food, it could be heroin, it could be real drugs, it could be prescription drugs, it could be a little Molly at the club, or I don't know. I'm not nearly cool enough to know like what the drugs are these days, but we need to stop doing things from a mental reality, practical perspective, and we need to start getting into our spirituality. And that might really annoy you or like piss you off, or because it's not comfortable. This might be too much to, and you don't have to believe that you're, living on a cloud nine, or, you don't have to be from another planet. You don't have to believe in this woo-woo stuff. It's just, meditation is just a practice of observing our thoughts. That's all. And Spirit isn't asking you to go from A to Z, to be some superhero. They're just asking you to take baby steps to actually get started. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. For some of you, we're really railing against the idea of following our intuition. It's like we're just not listening. And we continue to like fall down these rabbit holes. And I'm using the term addiction, but like just coping mechanisms, like old habit, old narratives, things that we feel chained to. But, I love this phrase, energetic sovereignty. Remembering your sovereignty. Remembering that you're a queen or a king of the light. That you're not meant for small purpose and dark places. You're meant to shine and radiate and be all the things, you know, like I'm getting like a sense of jealousy or like that tantrum energy and tantrum energy, and you're just so above all of that. But you're so like in your earthly shit that you can't see beyond it. And your soul is begging for something deeper, for something real, for something that feels like good. Let's get some more. Spirit for my pile twos, whose soul is just like yearning and begging to feel something. It reminds me of the movie Garden State, where this guy just numbs, and then finally is kind of like, I want to feel again. Fire. That action. All that passionate energy that you have about things, Spirit wants you to channel that into yourself. Okay, you might be a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. Okay. Or you might have those placements in your chart. But ultimately, fire is about action. It's about, you know, taking divine inspired action. This came out in the last pile too. We got Cancer upright. I'm going to take it. And Scorpio. How interesting. So you guys, we've got fiery energy here. And then we've got Cancer and Scorpio, which is water energy. And it's like you keep dousing your fire with your emotions. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh. I'm quite tickled at how Spirit works sometimes. So again, that deeply feeling, highly intuitive, psychic, emotional energy. Like, do you know this about yourself? Because I feel like through addiction, through coping, through all of that, we're not comfortable with it. And I feel like we're just, you know, pushing that aside. And it's just, you know, when we don't deal with it and we just numb, it totally takes the light out. And Leo is not meant to fucking be a doormat. Leo is meant to shine. Leo is the strength card. Leos are not afraid of the limelight. They are not afraid of their power. They are not afraid to shine. And you guys, you have so much purpose that you're hiding because you're afraid of your emotions. Because you're, not necessarily that you're afraid of them, but you don't know how to control your emotions. That's why that grounding is called for. That meditation is called for. This Leo card, you know, for me, always comes out when there's divine purpose, when there's a need to be seen, when there's a specialness, a quality, you know. Not all of us, you know, are supposed to be in the limelight or supposed to sparkle and shine, but, you know, when fire energy like this comes out, it's a big deal. There's a lack of trust. If I show people my vulnerable side, will they love me for my clippies? Cancer's the crab claws. You know, we've got, you know, clip, clip, clip. You know, it's kind of like that tantrumy energy again. Like, I'm going to be, I do. But you're all goo inside. And there's something here about, or what did I want to, oh, God, there's a movie, Melissa McCarthy movie. It's got the dude from Ozark in it, Jason Bateman, the dude from Ozark. And he's got crab claws. It's a stupid movie, but that part of it totally makes me laugh. It's ridiculous. So if you guys get a chance, like, look up that movie and watch it, okay? And the thing is, Melissa McCarthy, falls in love with this guy who has craft hands. It's so stupid. Oh my God, it's so stupid. But she loves this guy with crab hands. And so this is being brought to my attention because Spirit's like, people are going to love you for your crab hands. Like, show your vulnerability. Show who you are. You know, this Leo, again, like, is not afraid to sparkle and shine. So, oh my God. And then Scorpio, major, major, major. The transformers, the deep divers, the psychics, the intuitives, that like not afraid to feel their shadow self, not afraid to see the dark side and be okay with it. And it's not like we want to live in that darkness. It's just, you know, we want to be able to transform. It's transformational energy. Let's get some songs. Spirit, pile number 2. Wow, that's a lot. That's what I want. Yeah, Lil Nas. How does that go? That's what I really want. I want someone that loves me. I need someone that needs me. In my dreams, I want someone that loves me. That's what I really want. Your little hearts, like you just want love and love and attention and affection. Like that's what you want, and you just keep numbing. You want love, you guys. You just keep numbing. That's your soul is like longing for it, begging for it. Slow Me Down, Sarah Evans. Hurry Up and Slow Me Down. Look up these songs, you guys, because they might have more meaning to you. This is about somebody walking away, about to walk away, and she's saying like, hurry up and slow me down, because they don't want to walk away. And I feel like in regard to this, I feel like Spirit is also saying like, it's almost like you're saying this as well. Hurry up and slow me down. Like, get me off of this rabbit hole. Please, you know, Spirit, like reach back before I jump off the cliff, you know, to it's like you need to slow down. For some of you, I'm getting like slow down drinking, slow down whatever. But listen to the song, see how it resonates for you. Yeah. Then we have Nobody But You, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. Oh, I can't remember how this one goes. It's on the radio like every 10 seconds. Look this one up. Oh, I don't want to love nobody but you. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you guys want so much. You feel things so deeply. Like, I feel like for some of you with these songs, you want real love. Well, especially with the Lil Nas song. And forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong. I don't know. Yeah, there's something about like being so afraid of our vulnerability, being so afraid of showing emotion, being so afraid of transforming, being so afraid of doing things differently. And your soul is just like longing. Boyfriend, Selena Gomez. I mean, I love this song. For some of you, you know, ladies out there, you're like, yeah, I want a fucking boyfriend. I need a boyfriend. It's like, you know what you want, you guys. And rather than be jealous of what everybody else has, like, you can have it. Spirit, like, those cards wouldn't come out, or those songs wouldn't come out if you couldn't have them. You know? Like, they wouldn't show up in this reading if Spirit was like, oh, sorry, love isn't for you. Okay? Love is for you. Sparkling and shining is for you. Having divine purpose is for you. You know, spiritual calling, up-leveling, psychic, intuitive abilities, it's for you. But we're so scared and we're playing small. We're just like hiding on the bottom, like in the deep end. And Spirit's like, come out of your hole. Light yourself on fire. It reminds me of that Star song, when there's nothing left to burn, you have to set yourself on fire. Oh, that's a quote, but... All right, Spirit, I feel like I've... What else? Let's get some guidance. Oh, they're asking for the fairies. Okay, weird. Fairies. My pile twos, my pile twos. My pile two, Spirit. My pile twos. Wisdom. Have you been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with this challenge. Light. The fairy queen of light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. This is so dark. This is so light. I want to find out, okay, I'm going to do one more of these, and then I want to find out why is there such a sense of hopelessness? Because I'm getting that feeling. Nature signs, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need only open our hearts and minds. So definitely get out in nature, you guys. It's the best way to ground. Personally, my life is a shit show. There's, so much to be grateful for, but just being out in nature like every day, it just, oh God, it feels so good. It feels so good. Precious time. The fairy of time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of like honoring the day, honoring the time, honoring the moment rather than numbing and escaping, is what I'm getting here. And then hope is on the bottom of the deck. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Okay, there's a lot of like transmutation that can happen here, changing something from negative to positive. We can transmute that energy. And I feel like Spirit really wants that for my pile twos. Spirit, why... Where's the blockage coming from? Why are we so afraid? Why are we so afraid? Why are we so afraid? So I feel like this is just not feeling good enough. Because these are gorgeous, like we just have the Ten of Pentacles that's reversed. I feel like maybe we don't feel, I feel like Spirit's saying like this is who you are. This Empress energy is gorgeous, beautiful, fertile, creative, nurturing, loving, compassionate, peaceful, at peace, at balance with her emotions. And it's just a feminine energy. It doesn't matter male or female. This could be you. This could be a person you're interested in. This could be a parent. This could be somebody that you have on a pedestal that you do not see yourself as worthy. Okay, but we've got the Star card and the Magician card here, which is this Leo energy to me. I mean, it's not Leo is the Strength card, but this letting your light shine. Okay, being balanced. 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. Okay, the stars aligning for us, being the star of our own show. Ultimately, the Star card is a card of hope. It's major arcana. We have the Magician here, and the Magician is a master manifester. This is a person that has all the tools to create the life that they want. And this lack of worth, with this Ten of Pentacles reversed to me is saying like, you know, that's keeping us blocked. It's keeping us stagnant and stuck. And I just don't feel like, yeah. Yeah, there's so much that could be here, you guys. Like, please just move on from it, because this glass half empty rather than glass half full. Okay, there's 3 cups knocked over, but then there's 2 of cups here. 2 of cups is the soulmate energy, is the soulmate card in tarot. So if this person just turned around, it's like, that's the love that you want right behind you, but you're so concerned about all these cups that have spilled. And so for some of you, I feel like too, like, you know, there's things that have happened in the past, you know, maybe we've put ourselves out there, maybe we've just had a life that is just crazy, you know, that's crazy beating us up. And I want to honor and respect all of that emotion and all of that hurt and all of that pain. It's easy from my perspective to be like, come on, snap out of it. Because there's so much ahead and so much you're being called to do. So I don't want to like play that small spirit, but I do want to kind of like push you into the locker by the throat to be like, get started on your journey, get started on your spirituality, get started on that inner work. Because you're just keeping yourself in darkness. And I absolutely understand that feeling. Like, I've pretty much spent a decade of my life thinking, well, not like a decade, like at least a few years, wasting a lot of time that I could have really been transforming my, oh my gosh, I can't talk. Really been transforming my life. Okay, now let's get some guidance. Spirit for my pile 2s, what guidance? What does their soul need to know? What guidance? Sing your own song, you guys. That's the Leo card, you know? It's like the same, sing your own song, let your freak flag fly, do your own thing, be your own person. Have confidence, okay? With all this yellow, the solar plexus chakra energy. Have confidence to create, to do exactly what you want. Oh my God. This is also like the other Leo card. Some of you have projects. Some of you have a song to sing. Some of you have things that you want to do in life. You're creative people. And you're playing so small. So small. And rather than go for it and really put yourself out there, we're pointing at others and wanting to bring them down for how they sparkle and shine. And that's not okay. Not only is it not okay, but it's painful. It doesn't help anything. And then we have Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. Time to let go of all of our fears. Like this poor little groundhog is protecting their heart so deeply. It's an adorable little heart. It's such a good heart. Okay, but we need to find stability and foundation in ourselves. Okay, we're not going to find it elsewhere. We're not going to find it in money. We're not going to find it in addiction. We're not going to find it in coping mechanisms. We're only going to find it by going within. And the sooner you do that, the sooner your life is going to transform in a way that is just beyond. Peacock Spirit, let it shine. Okay, this could be the start of a new you. This could be the start. Sorry guys, I'm still getting over this crud I've had. This could be the start of a new you. This could be a start of, I'm getting like a sense of like a movie projector here. Like being the hero of your own story, telling yourself, watching a different movie, changing the ending. Peacocks, male peacocks, they're the ones that flash their feathers to attract the ladies. Okay, and they're not afraid to do it. Like, let it shine, be your authentic self, like live from a heart space. Please. Spirit, like your soul. your soul, like this is a video of what your soul needs to hear. So like, wake up to your potential. Wake up to all that you could have. And then finally on the bottom, we've got Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Okay, so we've got wisdom again. So take all that you know, that deep inner wisdom, because you know a lot. Okay, empathic starseeds are very, very, very wise. But if we're not paying attention to those feelings, paying attention to how life has happened for us, it can be really brutal. And we can kind of just go through life numbing and doing all the things rather than really, like as is, you have an immense amount of wisdom within you. Anything that you see in anybody else, like I can do that, I can do that, you can. You're not wrong about that. You can do anything. And then we've also got 10 to the small things here. So again, like those baby steps, that action. Okay, like Spirit is not asking you to, again, go from A to Z. And I'm like, I have been feeling great today, and all of a sudden, like I'm kind of getting coughing again. My nose is beginning to run again. I'm getting stuffed up. It's hard to speak. So you guys really need to take care of yourselves. Please. Spirit, let's see what other blessings, like what does their soul need to know for my pile twos? And then we're going to wrap it up here. Forgiveness of ourselves and others. Commitment. For some of us, I feel like we're really afraid to commit to ourselves, commit to others. Okay, for some of us, you know, it's so much easier to not stay committed to people because we don't ever have to be vulnerable. Okay, so that scares the hell out of us. But also this commitment to ourselves. You know, this is like commitment between you and Spirit and being like, I commit to doing this differently. And we've got forgiveness here, like just the overflow of love you're missing out on. Protection, you are divinely protected. And thank God for that, because I feel like some of you could have some really difficult calls, you know, some close calls in regard to the things you've done and experienced. And to know that, you know, in regard to like your hurt, it's like you're protected. Like, trust us during this transformation. You know, there's like this ultimate solar plexus chakra energy here. Definitely work on your confidence, on your determination, your willpower. Know that you're divinely protected. Live from your heart. Okay? And then talent. Like, I'm not at all surprised. Like, there's so much talent here, so much to do, so much that can be done, so much you can bring to the world. So don't waste it. Don't waste it, pile 2, okay? Finally, we've got, I let my light shine. Yeah, Leo, let your light shine. Be the lion you were born to be. Be the lion you were born to be. Make it a song, make it a mantra, put it on your mirror. I've got 165 million affirmations on my mirror. If that's what it takes, do you, okay? I am wonderful. Like, I keep getting like, I'm a failure, I'm a failure, I'm a failure. I'm worthless, I'm worthless, I'm worthless. It could never, it could never, it could never. And it's such bullshit. I am wonderful. I rejoice in the truth of my being. I accept it and and let it be. I rejoice in the truth of my being, that I am wonderful. I accept it and and let it be. As I learn to love myself, I become powerful. Yeah, I should become a fucking lion. I do not need to wait until I become perfect before I love myself. Loving myself is the quickest way to create a wonderful life. Amen. I think oftentimes like people are like, oh God, like in order to like get out of this funk, I'd have to go through like 26 years of therapy and I'd have to do this and I have to do this. And it's just, it feels so impossibly huge. And Spirit's like, you can begin to love yourself now. And I'm telling you, just the littlest shifts of energy can change your entire day. For example, so recently I had to quit my job. I was also kind of fired, but it was sort of like, it was a conversation, if you will. Terrifying, because I'm a single mother and other things in my life, home refinance that I've been waiting for forever has not worked out as well. All that to say, like, what can I do while I find a job? I can go outside in nature. I can ground myself. I can get the emotions out. I can journal. You know, like today I went out for a walk out in the beautiful nature that is outside. And I ran into somebody that like was just really nice. And, you know, I made a new friend and she gave me her number and she's like, if you never need help with like recruiting or like, she used to work as a recruiter, a job recruiter. I mean, it's just like, it's amazing how if you just take a moment for yourself, if you just, you know, commit to doing one thing a day even, like, oh, I really want to eat this entire pizza, but instead I'm going to go for a walk outside. Or, oh, I really want to go to the bar tonight and drink, but instead I'm going to like go home and journal some shit, you know? It's amazing how quickly your energy can change. Spirit really blesses, you know, the energy. And last night I was a shithead. I totally wrote them a letter like, dear spirit guys, you guys fucking suck, and beep, 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 like toddler worthy. I was like, you don't have my fucking back. And then today, like, I have a job interview, I have like all this stuff lined up, and it's just like, hey guys, remember when I was a complete asshole to you yesterday? Forgive me, check yes or no. So, I mean, you know, we're all human, and our guides and angels love us regardless, okay? But this is a time for immense healing. This is a time for courage, ultimately. This is a time for belief that you are worthy, that you are deserving of a different kind of life. All right, my pal twos, love you guys so much. I feel you, but I want to shake you to death because I just know how talented and amazing and wise and magnificent and deeply feeling you all are. And all very, very special things. And so it's hard for me to read for you because I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, that's the hard part about being a tarot reader, but I've talked enough. All right, I love you guys. If this resonated, please like this video, please share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, if you chose this Dragonstone, this is your reading. Dragonstone is a great stone for working on ourselves. It really helps us like with love, courage, and power, and it helps us, like when we're in that energy, we can radiate that to others. So this is also an amplifier stone. It's kind of like clear crystal in that the energy, whatever energy we're giving off, it amplifies. So it's kind of like what goes around comes around kind of stone. So like I use this in my crystal grids to like amplify the golden healer. If I want to like amplify the energy of healing. So that's interesting. And then ultimately this is a green stone. So it activates the heart chakra. It's really going to help us with our emotional body, and it helps to get us in alignment, mind, body, and soul. Okay. Our mind, heart, and soul. So it's really interesting. We'll see kind of what comes out in this reading with that in mind. You guys actually got 2 cards. I didn't realize that they were stuck together, but these are the cards that came out. You have balance. Thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. Okay, so again, like that alignment of mind, heart, and soul. And then express your creativity. Thank you, angels, for helping me to express my inner creator. So, and I'm getting a strong sense of like, yes, like creativity in the formal sense of, you know, painting, drawing, like photography. Like this might be your, you might be a highly creative pile, you know, have a lot of different gifts and talents. But I'm also getting a sense of helping me express my inner creator, the sense of creating our own life. Okay. So we've got that. And let's see what else comes out here for my pile 3s. Spirit, what do you need? What does their soul need to know right now? What does their soul need to know? My pile 3s. What does their soul need to know? Baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So what goals and ambitions and dreams and creative projects that you have, what do you have that needs action, needs development? Where are we afraid to take those steps? And then we've got, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. I love it. And Star Keeper, this has come out every single pile. Man. Cosmic Ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. So a few things here. Baby steps. Spirit wants us to take action on this creativity, okay? But they want us to do it from a really grounded and balanced place. It's really easy when we are in life and we're just living our lives and going to our jobs and doing all the things. And we think about all these projects and all these things that we have to do. And this life we want to manifest and create. And it can get really ungrounding. It can be very, very, very scary. And, like this, there's this huge cliff here and it's like, This always reminds me of Paris. I don't know if that resonates for anybody, but and there are things that it's like, it's not practical. It doesn't make sense. And Spirit doesn't care. They just want us to begin. They just want us to begin. We don't have to go from A to Z. We don't have to have a full manuscript or full screenplay or full novel or full song or full album, whatever. They just want us to play. And this idea, there might be some fear here about getting started because it's like, I'm just not good enough. Things don't work out for me. I would need all these things, in order to be successful. I would, to be a photographer, I'd need to get like all this fabric and I need to get like all these backdrops and I have to get, and it's like, no, you don't. You just need some natural light, really. Some of the best photos I've taken have just been completely not exciting and just, no props, no anything. But ultimately to know that you're not for everybody. Like for some of us, we've maybe grown up having to people please. We've grown up like needing to be liked. Wanting, everybody to accept us, wanting to be the popular kid, however that resonates for you. And Spirit's like, let your freak flag fly, like embrace your weirdness. Like you're not for everybody, but that's okay because what you create is going to be for who it's for. It's like me with this YouTube channel. It's like, I know I'm not for everybody. I'm a complete weirdo. And also, sometimes my readings are more touchy-feely than others. Sometimes it's more, I don't know, whatever. But the people it's going to resonate for, I gave a lecture at a psychic expo recently, and, none of it was rocket science, but who needed to hear it really needed to hear it and made sure that I knew that after. So, you're not for everybody. You might, when we begin changing, when we begin transforming, not everybody's on our side anymore. Some people like to, have us stay in versions of ourselves that are 20 years old. Some of us, in our families, we're designed, we're given a certain stamp of who we're, supposed to be, the baby or the golden child or the rebel or the black sheep or the, the leader, the second mom, the whatever. And, sometimes it's about breaking outside of those boxes, regardless of what other people think. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there's a strong sense to balance and to stay grounded throughout all of this. There might be a lot of fear, panic, anxiety, worry right now about how, we begin to move along. And Spirit's like, stay grounded, stay balanced. I've got a video about grounding. If you want to check it out, different ways you can ground. The biggest, strongest one I always feel like is getting out in nature, just going for walks, getting out in nature, seeing how the world works, listening to the birds chirp, listening to the sound of a creek or a brook. Things that seem so simple and stupid, but like I always feel so amazing when I come back from a hike or come back from a walk or, just kind of gets the blood flowing. It gets, shakes the stagnation off of everything. And it's just really, really the best way to do it, in my opinion. Okay, so Spirit, for pile number 3. What does their soul need to know? On a really deep level, what does their soul need to know? Let's do many. What does their soul need to know? And I just heard it's okay. So for some of you, you just need to know it's going to be okay, or it is okay. So we've got Uranus, which is all about big change. Big change. Aries. So we've got fire, we've got water. Okay, so you could be Sagittarius, Aries. We also got water placements here. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Let me read Uranus real quick. Uranus is associated with the primal Greek sky god of the same name. Uranus brings up some powerful human needs, such as the desire for freedom and individuality. Yeah, and in talking about that stone, like being a stone of like love, courage, and power, like that just really resonates there. Such as the desire for freedom and individuality, as well as push toward a larger vision and humanitarian service. Big thoughts, big insights, and big changes are represented by Uranus. Okay, so there's kind of like a deeper purpose here, a bigger calling, a humanitarian calling. You know, things you want to say, things you want to do, things you want to express through your art, through your words, through your speaking. And then we have water here. Flowing, cleansing, and healing. It's just like emotional energy. And we have this fiery energy. So I feel like we're kind of like trapped in our emotions, and it's kind of like hard to move forward. Spiritual renewal, forgiveness, and the need to connect, to understand and be understood, intimacy, and the creative expression ride the current of water. It can wash away the detritus of life, making everything feel fresh and new. Bring the quality of water to a situation by opening your heart, speaking the truth with kindness and compassion, encouraging connections, expressing forgiveness, and healing wherever and whatever you can. So what needs healing in your life? Because creativity, the act of creativity, is going to help that. It's really interesting. Creativity and intuition are so similar because there's a need to connect there. Connect with a muse, connect with our intuition. Like the intuition we need also to, like, it's kind of like this beautiful dance. Then we have Sagittarius. Fire's strong drive strives to stand out from the crowd as it rests in the mutable, go with the flow quality. The key phrase, I perceive, means there is motivation to look around to discover your own individuality while finding your place in the world. In this situation, ask, how can I best be true to myself? Be honest with yourself and with the rest of the world. How can I best be true to myself? You know, embracing your uniqueness, your weirdness. Sagittarian energy is said to be a mile long and an inch deep, as well as self-involved. Slow down so that you can perceive the depth as well as the breadth of this situation. Avoid careless unkindness. Okay, and then we have Aries. The dynamic energy of fire blends with the cardinal can-do quality and advocates taking action. Take charge, take risks, take control. Super fiery energy. The key phrase, I am, means that the motivation is centered on the self. In this situation, ask, how does this benefit or affect me? Whatever you do, it must do it with as much energy as you can muster. The energy of Aries can be really self-involved. While paying attention to your own best interest can be a good thing, it is easy to get caught up in that track and lose sight of the larger situation. Avoid selfishness. So I'm getting a couple things here. One is that as we create, as we express, you know, we don't want to be self-involved about it. We don't want to, you know, sometimes I feel like we're afraid to create because it's just not good enough, or it needs to be something, you know, and Spirit's like, forget all that shit. Like, just create for the sake of creating. Create for the sake of creating change in our lives. Create for the sake of healing, for growth, for working through emotion. Okay, it doesn't have to be all that. But they definitely want us to take action because there's so much fiery energy here. Okay, they just want us to do it in a mindful way. Spirit, what do you want next? And my pile reads, what does their soul need to know? What does their soul need to know for my pile threes? She who loved once. Fragile. Secret love. Rejection. Okay, so for some of us, we're really afraid to put ourselves out there. Okay, either in regard to love or just in regard to our creativity. Okay, but there's definitely been some rejection. We've definitely been through some hurt. There's definitely like a timidness in regard to wanting to put ourselves out there. Okay, for some of us, this could be like childhood wounding. This could be, you know, things that happened to us from the past, from family members, from, you know, whatever. And then we've got she who radiates, Geneva, knowing, ambition, confidence. She who stands, Valencia, resolute, implacable, determined. Okay, so it's like we've got this rejection, okay, and it's like kind of lines up. It's like we've got this Uranus, this water, this all blue energy over here. And then we've got this fiery, like, let's do this. Like, let's have that self-confidence. Let's be determined. Let's stand up for ourselves. Let's not be wounded anymore. Let's be the warrior. Like, all of that hurt has given us some strength cards to play. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have she who becomes. I love this. I mean, just gorgeous, beautiful, like wild, flowy, watery. And I love this because it's a mix of the blue with the red. It's a mix of the emotion and the fire. Metamorphosis, transcend, journey, she who becomes. It's time for you to become. It's time for you to find balance to become your own authentic self. That's the message here. Okay, to get out of our head and to just create from a place of beauty and passion, but do it in a way that helps us control our emotions. Like, use it almost as an act of therapy to heal and to, rather than like be stuck in sadness, depression, fear, but to kind of find that balance, to not put our creativity on hold. It's almost like locking in our best therapist into a dungeon. Okay. Spirit, what's next? My pile threes, what does their soul need to know? What does their soul need to know? Oh, we've got some mixed in. That's all right. Whatever comes out, comes out. What does their soul need to know? Creativity on the bottom of the deck, y'all. You can't write this stuff. Priorities. This I really feel. You understand the paramount importance of manifesting love in all situations. What is your priority? How are we going to show up to this table of creativity? How are we going to show up to the people in our lives? Like, love is the priority. Not being right, not saying they did this, not cutting people out of our lives continuously. However this resonates for you, okay? But love is the priority. Giving love and receiving love for yourself. Seeing your reflection in the mirror and feeling worthy. Then we have integrity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every action. So for some of us, you know, where are we not acting integrally? Where are we acting out of old wounding? Okay, where are we making mountains out of molehills? Where are our demands and expectations of others completely out of alignment? You know, it's going to be something different for everybody, but that's the question we're supposed to ask ourselves here. And are we creating out of a place of integrity? Are we creating out of ego? Spirit just wants us to create. And then cooperation. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. And I feel like that's, for some of us being stuck in the past, not allowing forgiveness. I feel like people have really wounded you, made you feel small, promised you things, didn't show up for you. And we're still not willing to let go of the battle of all of that. So take that how that resonates for you, but cooperation and realizing that every person and experience has value is significant. You love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination. Okay, so this creativity is just going to open up so much. It's going to open up new ideas of yourselves, new versions. You're going to be innovative. Things are going to be illuminated, as you create and heal and grow and have fun and kind of get out there. I'm being called a goddess pile. I'm going to have to read these, I think. For my pile 3 spirit, what does our soul need to know? For my pile 3s, what does their soul need to know? That's too many. Make sure I'm still filming. What does their soul need to know? We have Maya with illusion. When you look at the world, everything you see appears to be real. So it's easy to imagine that your current conditions are influenced only by obvious actions and calculated movements. This is an illusion, as everything is intrinsically connected, though not visible to us due to the limitations imposed on our perception by our 5 senses. Multicultural goddess of illusion Maya, who appears in Hindu, Buddhist, Greco-Roman, and Scandinavian spiritual traditions and myths, calls you to trust that the invisible world is responding to your deepest desires and intentions to make a better life for yourself and others. You are able to see through the curtain of illusions. Your clarity and intuition is heightened as your next steps are sure-footed. When the goddess Maya chooses to help you, trust that everything you need arises from your world with ease. So this is really kind of about seeing the illusions in your life. It's really easy to believe, this realistic version of ourselves, like, oh, I'm broke, I'm fat, I'm not going to get that into that school, I'm not going to, get that job, or, here's 18 million reasons why my life is a dumpster fire. And Spirit's like, or it's just an illusion, or that's just stuff that you're saying and isn't actually true. I could never do this, I could never do that, I could never, that's just limited thinking. You're able to see through the curtain of illusions. Your clarity and intuition is heightened as your next steps are sure-footed. So again, I feel like that grounding and that balance, it's like kind of stepping out in faith and having the bridge, come up to meet us. Take that how that resonates. There's something about personal authority here, like our power. Okay, and then Nike, ambition. The Greek goddess Nike asks you to be present to the beauty and richness discovered in your life so far. You've come this distance, so what are your wins? Celebrating them is key right now to enable you to co-create even more. You live in a world where you may have felt that you were not allowed to celebrate your victories, lest you be cut down for being self-centered. Perhaps you were raised in a family that discouraged you from shining in an authentic way. Being successful at the game of life requires you to refuse the message that you are too much or not enough. Your biggest win is to be yourself. Oh my gosh, you guys. If ever there was like a perfect card for all we've been talking about, you know, being your unique self, you're not for everybody. You know, are you being too much? Are you being not enough? It's like, it's all a balance. Your biggest win is to be yourself, accepting yourself exactly as you are, releasing the idea that you are flawed in any way, and expressing yourself with authenticity. This is the true power of the victory goddess Nike expressed through you. Oh, sorry, guys. The goddess Nike has another message to share. If you've been struggling to move to the next level of your life, working hard and putting the time and effort in, you will soon find you are finally winning. Your determination and commitment to your intentions are manifesting in your life with beautiful results. When you are winning, the world wins too. Just remember to share your bounty. Okay. I love that. And we have Bridget reversed. Sometimes you get into a creative slump and you feel frozen in midair, unable to move in any direction. Perhaps you are unsure of the next step with someone new, or a project becomes a looming behemoth in your mind, or you can't think of anything to say in a social moment. Maybe you think all your best ideas are gone. Bridget offers you the alignment task of moving your attention away and remembering what it is like when you were little, when you finger painted and drew stick figures and played with your pals in the sandbox or playground. What moved you and lit you up then is the same creative spark that can move you now. Playful curiosity is what's called for. Don't take yourself or your current conditions too seriously. It's time to be free from the burden of expectation you've set upon yourself. Don't try so hard. The triple goddess of the hearth, the forge, and inspiration brings all her aspects together to help you sparkle. Yeah, you guys, you're meant to sparkle and shine, and to do it with balance. Sorry, loud noises over here. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else? They want a self-care card. What does pile number 3's soul need? Clear your energy field, okay? So it'd be a great idea to cleanse your space with sage if you don't do that regularly. Cleanse yourself with sage. What other? Sing, okay, beautiful. And nourish your temple, okay, as a beautiful way of staying grounded. Singing, just, you know, a way to be creative. Be still, okay? That's that Shavasana moment in yoga when we're just like kind of done and we can just enjoy and relax and honor ourselves. Okay, beautiful ways to find balance. We've got like, you know, creative expression. We've got eating healthy and clearing your energy field. It's like mind, body, soul, I don't know. But it's like, you know, the gamut of self-love. And then finally, for my pile 3s, what does their soul need to know right now? What's a good mantra for them? I am a beloved child of the universe and have been given everything I need for every experience I shall have. I was born to enjoy life. I was born to enjoy life. Okay, so for some of us, there's a lot of fear here. Okay, and Spirit's like, the only goal here is to enjoy it all. With every breath I take, I'm getting healthier and healthier. Yeah, that nourishing of your temple, for some of us, you know, a real significant need to take care of ourselves. My body is a mirror of my inner thoughts and beliefs. I nourish it with good foods and healthy exercise. Beautiful. All right, my pile 3s, that's what I have for you guys. I hope you like this video. I really hope it helps. I hope it's exactly what you needed to hear. If you like this video, please like it, please share and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Hey, pile number 4, if you chose this clear quartz, this is your reading. Clear quartz is a stone that we're able to program. So it doesn't kind of really come into this world with like specific purpose or meaning. We can say like, hey, I would love to use you for healing. Hey, I would love to use you for my creativity. Hey, I would love to, like, we can program what we want it to be. It's also a beautiful amplifier. Like Angelite here is a stone for communication with the angels. If I want to bump that energy, I can keep these two guys together. So whatever is going on in your energy, this is an amplifier. So really intrigued to see how that comes out in this reading. Your angel card is healthy choices. Thank you, angels, for guiding me to make healthy decisions. It's interesting because like with this, I'm kind of getting like health program, you know, like some kind of regimen, amplifying all of our healthy choices. But we'll see what else comes out. So we've got that. Let's start with my pile of fours. What does their soul need to hear on a deep level? What does their soul need to hear? For my pile of fours, what does their soul need to hear? For some of you, you live in big cities, and it's really important to get outside and kind of get out of the smog, get out of the monotony of that. It's not for everybody, but okay, we've got I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. I feel like this is like remembering your inner calling. I have a bumper sticker on my card that says, remember who you wanted to be. And I feel like this is kind of about like self-reflection and really going within and remembering our soul plan, remembering what we wanted in this lifetime, remembering that we create our destiny, that we are not meant to live a small life. Whale and orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. Beautiful. For some of you, you could actually be singers, or speakers, or, you know, I'm getting just like a lot of throat chakra energy here. But sharing yourself in a really deep and vulnerable way, kind of honoring your individuality. And then big picture thinking, we have Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Interesting. So yeah, for a lot, I'm getting like a creative energy here for sure. And to remember that you're a visionary, like remember that you're here for a purpose, that your ideas are inspired. They're not meant to just, you know, sit around. So I'm actually going to read these just to see if there's any other gems in there. I remember there was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now, when you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you're likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment where you're being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubt to rear its ugly head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. My question here is, what are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? For some of us, that's making like real healthy choices. That this is just going to help ground us, help keep us balanced, help amplify our energy. So let's see, whale and orca. The whale and orca elders are benevolent cosmic beings here to anchor a frequency of love onto the planet, to harmonize it with their song. As they weave around the oceans, they do so much more than any of us know. Their physical presence affects Earth's magnetic field, and their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul song. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into your very being, and in an instant you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. If you pull this card, you're being called to surrender to your deepest truth and share it with potency, to bow to who you truly are, to stretch your heart wide enough to hold it all, to leave your fears, doubts, and baggage at the door, to question any part of you that doesn't feel good enough. The whale and orca elders want you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are, and for you to see the same in other beings, to drop your hang-ups and personality flaws and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. Allow the song that echoes in the 4 chambers of your heart to emanate in all 4 directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to others your soul's true song, and endeavor to see the soul of all those you meet. How are you being called to share your soul's unique song is the question here. Oh my gosh, Pile 4, I love these messages. They're so beautiful. It's like a waking up to who you are and like your divine purpose on this planet. Like it needs you. It's so deep and rich. Big picture thinking. The Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. You're being called to be a visionary for the planet. Damn, Pile 4. To take a breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. You're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's divinely guided. The Pleiadians support us in this important stage in Earth's development. They want us to know that the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and all its species. They're calling on you to be a leader of the future, to hold a clear vision of what's possible, to trust that vision and follow it through with daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's reality. Questions here. How are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creations are you being called to pursue? You guys, such immense purpose here. Like, amplify your energy. It's time to level up. Wow. Really, really cool energy. I'm digging it. It's and your soul's yearning for this change, yearning for this it's sexy. Spirit, what do you want next? For my Pile 4s. Reawakening to their beautiful life. What does their soul need to hear? What do these visionaries' souls need to hear? Pile 4s. We have holy solar plexus chakra energy, Batman. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Okay, so for some of us, we may get stuck in the fame and fortune of it all, take it how it resonates, but ultimately the goal, the success, is about love. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Okay, part of that, healthy choices. Okay, so I have a feeling that this pile, when we we're transitioning, right? We're stepping into from like out of it. We're kind of like waking ourselves up, like taking a cold shower, like, woo, like that's right. That's who I wanted to be. I'm waking up to my divinity. I'm a visionary. I have a song to sing. I have things to say, things to speak, a life worth living. And sometimes when we're awakening and it feels so chaotic and like, how do I get from step A to step Z? We can begin to like cope, you have different coping mechanisms. We can sometimes just kind of like stay stagnant, stay in some, habitual mindsets, some, numbing, some escapism. And so that's why Healthy Choices is here, okay? We want to make healthy choices for ourselves, mind, body, and spirit. And so we want to be patient, okay, through that and not dive into, when we're impatient, it's like anxiety, like I just want to eat a pizza. And then pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Taking pride in your appearance, I'm hearing. Taking pride in being your authentic self, your unique self. And being a mirror, knowing that every person you come into contact with is a teacher. Okay, and being really like mindful about that. Judgment, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So for some of us, because we're being called to leadership, okay, like, I think about, the great leaders are the people that I respect. And, if somebody asks a dumb question, they're not like, well, that was a dumb question. Some people do. But, the leaders that I respect, always have a way to diffuse something or a way to like, they're not triggered by people. And so I feel like that's what we're learning here, is to not judge others, to see ourselves in others, to be patient, so we're not as reactionary. Our emotions aren't as reactionary. Instead, we are balanced, really, really balanced. Spirit, for my pile fours, what does their soul need to know? For my pile fours, what does their soul need to know? Okay, so we have Taurus here. We have Mercury. So you could be a Taurus, or you could have strong Taurus placements, which is interesting because we've got song here and that whale song, and Taurus rules the throat. So that's really interesting. We've got Mercury, Pisces, and Leo. Okay, so it's really interesting. We've gotten like fire and water energy always combating each other in all of these readings. So Mercury rules communication and Taurus rules the throat. And we're talking about song here. So I feel like this is a group of visionaries that are singers, speakers, poets. It's very self-expressive, but through the throat. Whatever that means for you. Mercury is how we communicate with people. You could be writers, storytellers, movie makers. And then Pisces is like a watery, like super creative, deeply feeling, highly intuitive energy. And then we've got Leo, and Leos are all about shining. They're all about getting out there, fiery energy, strength. The strength card, Leo is represented by the strength card. We've got this beautiful lion. It's like half woman, half lion, just gorgeous, fiery energy. So there's something here about Taurus are not afraid to be slow and methodical, to like work toward a goal. They love luxury. They love, having they love their creature comforts. They love their slippers. But I feel like a few things here. One, Spirit's asking you to take baby steps towards your dreams, towards those goals, toward that leadership. Okay, we don't have to get from A to Z in, blink of an instant. It feels very overwhelming in that regard. So instead, just take little baby steps. Do it like good old Taurus and just kind of slowly plug away at your dreams until all of a sudden they're all there. Okay, and I'm also getting for some of us, you know, with this pride and seeing ourselves and being, wasn't there like, what was the other one here? Dang it. Oh my gosh. Where'd it go? No. Judgment. Thank you. With judgment here, Taurus can also be stubborn AF. Taurus can be really stubborn, stuck in their ways. Okay, so I feel like there's something also about recognizing ourselves and others, that when we feel stubborn or we feel bullheaded, you know, we're seeing ourselves and others, the things that we don't like about others, we have within us because we can recognize it. So yeah, so take that how that resonates for you. Mercury, all about communication. And then Pisces, like being just creative and emotional and and I feel like a strong sense of balance with our emotions. Again, not to escape into like vices or addictions or escapism, but to really like take deep dives into our creativity and not be afraid to shine, you know, knowing that we're not for everybody, knowing that, you know, we get to be whoever we want. Leo is not afraid to be in the limelight. Okay. Really stepping into our power, which is beautiful. Pile 4, like amplify that energy. What else, Spirit? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Oh, songs. Okay, so for my pile 4s. You got Making Plans, Miranda, Lambert. So this is about, oh, I love it. So it's a song about making plans, like our Taurus over here, okay? A song about, you know, if I remember correctly, it's about being in love and just kind of like we're making plans, we're, you know, starting a life together and, you know, we're doing all these things and, you know, we've got the farm and we've got all this stuff. Listen to it, it's a really sweet song, but ultimately I feel like Spirit's like, get on it, get on your making plans, like do the things, make the to-do lists and just kind of begin to plug away. I don't want to love nobody but you. This is Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton, which is interesting because Miranda Lambert was Blake's first wife. So maybe for some of us, we're moving on from one person to another. I don't know. I don't want to love nobody but you. I don't know how this resonates, you guys. So listen to the song, see how it resonates for you. Because it's not, I mean, this isn't any kind of love reading. And sometimes it's, you know, not about there might be like a lyric in there that's like a little aha moment for you. So take a listen to that. Bad Habits, Ed Sheeran. You guys make healthy choices for ourselves. Okay. Yeah. Bad habits lead to yeah, and that's Ed Sheeran's song about drug addiction. So make sure that we're not escaping from this beautiful life we signed up for. Okay, beautiful life we signed up for. Visionary, humanitarian, like a song to sing, like people want to hear it, like you're supposed to be a lion. Okay, so take that how that resonates, but let's do some tarot. Spirit, for pile number 4, what does their soul? For some of you, that I don't want to love nobody but you song, that might be something you know in your soul to be true, that there's somebody out there or that you want real love. And I feel like Spirit just really wants you to honor that. Maybe that's what that's about. Okay, for my pile 4s, what? For my pile 4s. Pile 4s. What does their soul need to know? So there's a lot of worry here, you guys. A lot of worry. There she is, the Strength card. Woman with lion. I just totally spit. Let your freak flag fly. You know, I just did. So, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. So Leos can also be very fiery. Okay, they can be a little bit wrapped up in themselves and be a little bit dramatic. Okay. So for some of you, like with that judgment and that, you know, I feel like we're just really being called to be our best selves here. It's time to embrace how wonderful you are. I feel like you've kind of been living an old version, like an old stagnant lie, like a body snatcher, skin bag. Like somebody took you over and was like, you know, just kind of fed you a bunch of lies, and you kind of woke up one day and was like, holy shit, how did I get out of this skin bag? I'm a soul. And your soul's like, yes, finally. We've been here all along. For some of you, you might want to watch that movie Soul, the Disney movie. But there's a lot of fear here. And we've got the Lovers at the bottom. So for some of us, true love that is long-lasting, choices made from the heart, or return to good health. I love when they just like spell it out. So for some of us, the Lovers is about a relationship, wanting love, wanting real love, something authentic. And look at like the magnetic, you know, there's like a soulmate connection here. It's magical, it's divine. Okay, their little hands are lighting up just by touching each other. So yeah, for some of you, take that how that resonates, but this is kind of like honor, like Spirit wants you to honor that. Your soul is like longing and yearning for it. And then we have King of Wands here, 9 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and King of Swords. Okay, so Spirit really wants us to take action. There's a lot of like king energy here, you guys. It doesn't matter like male or female how you identify. I'm still filming. But Spirit is like again, like visionary, okay? King of Wands, visionary. King of Winter is like knowledge, like knowledgeable, like fair-minded, unemotional. Like this is a person that can set boundaries, okay? This is a person that is, sorry, like so much to say. King of Spring, your leadership skills are needed now, an unexpected supporter of your cause. So they're asking you to take, like you have the spark of inspiration. There's something you're supposed to be doing, some visionary something within you that is magical, brilliant, divinely inspired, and they're asking you to take action on it, okay? They want you to take this action, and we are so afraid, this Nine of Swords energy. Unfounded fear, okay? 9 of Swords energy is our own thoughts, our own imprisonment, our own making. Focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Mountains out of molehills, okay? Are we talking about little ant molehill? Or are we talking about the ants in, oh God, what's that book? It's like one of my favorite books. The Poisonwood Bible. Thank you, God. The Poisonwood Bible. Such a good book. Oh my God. But the ants, they're in Africa or something, and the ants like are so big, they literally like carry people away and like they get eaten to death. So like what kind of ants are we talking about here? Okay, like Spirit is saying that you are viewing, you're like, it's an anthill, I'm going to be eaten alive. And Spirit's like, you're making this so much bigger than it is. So much bigger than it is. And they're like telling you you have unique, divine, visionary purpose. And you're like, no, it's horrible. I'm worthless. I don't know. We should probably take a look at why you feel blocked. 10 of Autumn, 10 of Pentacles. This is legacy money. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones. Making wise investments or planning for retirement. Honoring family traditions. For some of you, you know, you might have family that you need to take care of. You might have people in your life that are dependent on you, and you want to do it, you know, you want, like, that's part of the fear. It's like, this is all impossible because I have these people to take care of. But ultimately, 10 of Pentacles energy is a beautiful energy. It's legacy money. It's like looking back on all that you've accomplished and, you know, just like really, you know, getting it all, you know, based on your hard work. King of Winter is King of Swords. This is a person that can set boundaries from themselves. This is the person that, you know, is unemotional, not in a non-emotional, like in healthy, like they're not overly emotional. Okay, they don't let their here's where it is. They don't let their emotions control their life. Okay, so for some of us, we may have stuffed down our emotions. For some of us, we may be so overly emotional that we lash out and we say things and we do things, or both of those. Okay, and the King of Winter, you know, what we want to step into here is a person that is just strong, fair, balanced, knowledgeable, and can set boundaries and be like, and we've got public speaking. Okay, so swords represent our action, but also our words and communication. It's very Mercury energy. Okay, so you're meant to be a speaker. You're meant to, like, in some way use that throat chakra, man, and express yourself. But not to be so out of balance in our relationships. You know, maybe the emotions of our relationships has kept us ungrounded, unbalanced. You know, maybe we haven't put the attention we need into having healthy relationships to create a sense of balance in our life. I don't know, take it how it resonates, but that's what we've got there. Spirit, anything else? Anything else? More tarot. Ooh. Okay, Stand Your Ground came out. Okay, that's definitely, and I feel like that's like standing your ground, like staying true to you. I feel like that's your soul saying, like, stand your ground, like do the soulful thing. I mean, you know what that resonates, you know, how that resonates for you. We've got the World here, okay? Travel, adventure, expansion, the completion of something, firm foundation, stepping into a sense of ourselves that feels grounded and where we are loyal to ourselves. We feel safe, secure. On the bottom, material harvest, 9 of Pentacles energy. Okay. Let me get some guidance for you. Spirit, what guidance do you have for my pile of fours that are ready to amplify their energy, amplify their lives? And it's got like the weirdest vision of like one of those like little capsules that you stick in water and like you put it in the microwave or something and you plop it in the water and it just goes poof and it becomes something. Like amplify your life, like one of those little coral sponges or something. Like that's how amazing your life could be, and that you're stuck inside this plastic ass capsule. For my pile of fours, what guidance, Spirit, for my pile of fours? I don't want to go down any other road now. I don't want to love nobody but you. But I feel like this is commitment to yourself as well, that song. Okay? I don't want to go down any other road. I'm a visionary. Like, I'm committed to me. I'm committed to myself. Medicine man, medicine woman. Spirit, what guidance for my pile of fours? Guidance for my pile of fours. Wounded healer. How interesting. Healing, healing. Sweat lodge and shapeshifter. Okay. Medicine woman, medicine man. Okay. Profound inner and outer healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. Have faith that it's happening. You are a sacred healer. You are a medicine woman, medicine man of the soul. Yeah, a powerful healing force is activating within you. Okay, as we step out of our skin bag and into our soul, things are going to change drastically. Wounded healer. And you've been through a lot, pile 4. You know, and that's kind of what, it's the wounding that always takes us off our true path. Healing energy, vitality, and life force energy are flowing through you and to you. You are a healer. It's like the same card. You are a healer and you provide healing for others, even if you're not conscious of it. And I feel like that's part of your purpose, that speaking, that song, that voice, that whatever it is, you are going to help heal people, heal others. Whatever needs healing in your life is being resolved. Your so-called faults are becoming your virtues. No matter what happened in your past, the past does not equal the future. It's true, the cracks can be where the light enters the soul. And you guys, there's something about you have, like, like I just got, like, the story that you have is purposeful. Like, nothing here is wasted. Everything you've been through might be a book, might be a teaching moment, might be, like, it's going to be used in some way in your future. Okay, so what feels like, what a waste of, 5, 10, 20, 50 years of my life is actually, there's purpose for that. Sweat Lodge. Cleanse yourself. Make healthy choices. Cleanse yourself, body, mind, and soul. Purify, clutter clear. Let go of objects and relationships that no longer serve you. Purify your body, go within, meditate, talk to the Creator, give thanks. Okay, sweat it out. For some of you, that's dance into the oldies. Take it how it resonates, okay? But yeah, it's just time to, like, let go of all the things. And I keep getting that from Spirit big time. Shapeshifter, last one. Shapeshifter. You can be anything you desire. Anything you desire. Visionary. Let go of attachment to your identity. See the world around you with new eyes. Let go of attachment to your identity. How do you identify? And I don't mean, like, gender. maybe it is as gender. How do you, like, I'm getting this a lot from Spirit too. Like, who are you now? And it's like, well, I'm a comedian. I do this. Now I'm a tarot reader. And it's like, what if you're, like, none of those things and you're something completely different? Like, now is the time, pile 4, to do every part of your life differently. Like, walk down a different side of the street. Get in your car a different way. Go through the passenger side. On my best friend's ride. If you thought that you were worthless, washed up, stuck in your apartment all day, like, whatever version of yourself, the story that you read about yourself every day, like, let that narrative go and be open to a completely different, like me, I'm at home here in my apartment. I have a daughter, I'm a mother, I'm a sister, I'm a blah, blah, blah. What if I'm also a wild woman that likes to howl at the moon in the jungles of Africa? Like, okay, like, I don't know until I've done it, So think about yourself way outside the box. And, with this Taurus energy here, maybe that's hard to do. Maybe you could be more Pisces and more, like, get in touch with your emotions and kind of, like, flow with things and dream and, kind of set a new vision for yourself. But that's really interesting. Okay. You can be anything you desire. Let go of attachment to your identity. See the world around you with new eyes. Be malleable. Experiment with different ways of viewing reality. See the point of view of others. If you haven't been able to manifest your dreams, maybe you need to shift the way you see the person or situation. So if you haven't been able to manifest your dreams, maybe those aren't your dreams anymore. Okay, maybe those aren't your dreams. Maybe we're just kind of beating ourselves like, this is how I have to be a professional singer, or this is how I have to create my millions, or this is how I have to, insert the thing here. Maybe there's a much easier way to do it. Maybe, again, like, we're making mountains out of molehills, okay? Last thing we'll do is I want a quick one to get some, lost one. Card down. Get a spellcaster card and see, Spirit, finally, what does pile 4's soul need to know? Okay. Pile 4's soul need to know. Whoa. All right. We have peace, transformation, and love. And on the bottom, strength. Holy shiz, you guys. You got it 3 times. Woman with lion. Okay, and like this is like woman with lion, and lamb. Okay, so we are kind of like the lion laying down with the lamb. We're making peace. And then we've got woman with babies, baby lions. Okay, so I don't know what y'all are manifesting, but you've got the strength to do it, okay? Holy crap. Holy crap. You are some strong motherfuckers. Strong. The strength card 3 times, major arcana, like what the fuck have you been through? And then I really would like to go back and say, yeah, whatever you've been through, your life has purpose. Okay, whatever you've been through, there is something here where your story is important. You're going to be speaking about it. You're going to be telling it. You're going to be writing it. You're going to be doing something, writing poetry, journaling. Like even if it's not for anybody, like, but I feel like it is. I feel like for it to come out 3 times, you guys, you're way stronger than you realize. You have strength cards to play. Okay, achievement unlocked. You've seen some things. You've experienced some things. And Spirit's like, when times get tough, you can be like, oh, here's my strength card. Oh, you need 2 strength cards? Okay, cool, I got this. I've had these sitting around. Like, I'm really strong. Okay? Damn, pile 4. Can you imagine amplifying that energy? Oh my God, you guys are incredible. Okay, so we've got peace here. There's something about like a purification of yourself, seeing yourself for the first time here. Coming to situations, to people, to, your life in new and peaceful ways. Not having to go to bat with everybody all the time. Not judging others, being more compassionate, really kind of finding your soul center. I'm getting like inner children here, like that purity of children. Transformation, okay? Your soul is calling for it. It's yearning for it. I feel like you are transforming. But I feel like the depth of it is based off of your hopefulness. The depth of it is what you believe about yourself. And your soul is longing for it. You're incredibly unique and beautiful. I mean, look at this butterfly. It's so beautiful. So many different colors, so much balance, so much uniqueness. And love, ultimately falling in love with ourselves. And when we are in love with ourselves, when we feel good, when we can look in the mirror and just be at peace, then we have something to offer others. Okay, we attract who we are, not what we want. So Spirit's saying, like, take that time to love yourself, take that time to reflect and honor yourself, honor your past, honor all you've been through, do the healing so that you have something really beautiful to offer and someone will meet you at your level. Okay, pile 4s. Diggity damn, you guys. Diggity damn. All right, Spirit. For my pile 4s, one last little nugget, a mantra. Here we go. My spiritual growth comes to me in ways I don't quite expect. I know I am always safe. Oh boy, pile 4. How are you spiritually awakening? So for some of you, okay, you might be like seeing weird shit, hearing weird shit. Thankfully my spiritual awakening was kind of a slow progression, okay? But for some of us, it happens like that. I mean, think of Paul in the Bible. Was it Paul? Saul? Where the angel just came to him. He was a shitty human and it was like, now you're Paul or whoever. And he had to transform like that, okay? So for some of us, it's not always rainbow and butterflies. You may have weird dreams. You may be seeing synchronistic numbers. You may be having people come up to you and being like, I have a message. Sometimes at these psychic expos, twice I've had people stop my readings to read for me and be like, just so you know, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, what? So you might have some, you might be a muggle and like all of a sudden start getting the howlers or the owls, the cats in the neighborhood. And you're like, what is going on? I'm a muggle. And they're like, no, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. This present experience is a stepping stone to a new awareness. Yeah, you guys are transitioning out from the old into the new. You're remembering who you are. What you signed up for. You signed up for way better than what you've been giving yourself, okay? So, amazing, pile 4. I love it. Okay, you guys, that's all I got for you. If you like this video, please like it. Please share and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I hope this helped and resonated. I will see you in my next video. Bye.